Good morning, everyone. It was another exciting day yesterday. Go with the flow, with the weather. We had it all yesterday. Hot sun, humid, storm, buckets of rain, you name it. The only thing it didn't do is snow. All in one day. It was by the time my grandson's friend got here that I also take care of. He loves coming here, and his mom asked, "Can he come again this summer if you're there?" And I do get they're insisting on for me to get a little something a week, to take care of him. Oh, good with that. It's actually kind of great because I think I've already explained that um, they get an allowance that way. If they, yeah, yes, right, we do chores. They have to do chores. They have to do this and that. I'm also trying to encourage them to, when I'm asking them to do something or to get into the habit of just saying yes rather than complain. I don't mind if they ask uh, on certain things, but yeah, the attitude of if I ask something, do I have to do this? Okay, I don't really get that from them anyway, but and then certain other things, and it's working out really good. And even though it's just a little amount of money, they're very excited about it. Right? Yes. So the shell thing. So am I going to get a shell for this? I said, well, I have to think about it. Do you think you deserve one, or is this just one that something that you should be doing anyway? Why do I have to pay you for things that, or you're expecting something now that you're supposed to be doing? So and again, explain to all of them on how their progression on in the way that they interact with each other, in the way that they're helping out, even not ask, on how I look at that and how they're being rewarded according to the progression of their behavior. Yes. Okay. They all these children are raised amazingly. So there's very little that I have to say. Well, really, they're perfect already. So why? But there are some things, right? Yes. Anyway, and the stronger young children are being raised, the better they will do in the adult life, especially when it comes to things where's the balance, right? With certain things that are available out there in the world, that yeah, a little goes a long way. To not overindulge, this not stay away from certain things like drugs, 100%. You know what I mean? Gotta raise strong young people. Got to do that. And just because one is too busy with, again, what? Okay, I'm just saying. So it's been working out really well and all that. And I see there are some things that are absent this year that I've seen last year much more happening, right? The exuberance of playing this and that and banging into each other, and then one of them gets, ow, da, 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 is much less happening this year. So that's good. I like to see that they are more aware of each other and how one can get hurt while having the greatest fun of their life. uh, so we ended up not going on a walk because it was already so hot, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is not going to be miserable. This is not going to be a fun walk. See, I know the difference too. This isn't just about being, well, we're just going to go anyway, and what do I care if everybody's miserable? It's good for them. No, 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 no. So I thought, so I asked, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to go anyway? It's kind of hot already, but yeah. No, no, no. Said also, let's go 9 o'clock in the morning. It was already so humid and hot. I said, let's go and put up the pool. So we did. Put up the pool. They had a great time in the pool, this and that, for 2 hours or more. Oh my gosh. And then I said, hey guys, I said, before lunch, I said, to dry off a little bit, you guys all want to get really wet, hair and everything, and then we'll go for the walk. And I'm going, yeah, let's do that. So they got all wet and in their bathing suits, which everybody was wearing. The boys wear a shirt. That's how they want it. That's how they like it. The girls have proper bathing suits on. I don't have to worry about going out there with them. As I said, again, why would parents get their children bathing suits that really, well, come on now, protect your children a little bit, even with stuff like that. Golly goodness, why follow every dumb, stupid trend out there? I'm not getting it. And these boys, they feel much more comfortable with a shirt on rather than not. And both of them, right? So there you go. Well, anyway, uh, so we went. They were dripping wet. We went, and one of them wanted to do uh, lead baby. Baby is kind of a little bit my balancing thing. Yeah. So here I am again, hunched over a little bit while I'm walking because so that keeps my balance. I know, right? Oh my God. And I thought, I need to make me some walking sticks. We all ended up just walking, and they were just talking. We literally had a walking, talking walk. And it was great. And everybody did. Everybody was just happy doing it. They were cool enough and trying. And of course, I already had decided now it's the middle of the day. It was even more hot and humid that we weren't going to go as far as usually. And we walk and we come by my baby. I had the dog down here with me today. Oh, she was already out, so I don't have to worry about that right now. Hey, girl. Oh, you come say hi? Come here. Hey. Oh, that's a big dog too. Baby, come here. Say hi. Look at that beautiful face. Oh, yeah. 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 Okay. She likes hanging with me. You know, I like hanging with me, don't you? Then when I get really friendly with her, she looks kind of at the bed, Yeah, no. We had this storm yesterday, and she ended up on my grandson's bed. My daughter's like, she does that every time when storms come. She ends up on someone's bed. So she tries it here, and I'm like, nope, no dogs on the bed. She's fine. So we ended up coming across this guy who was cutting some branches out of a tree, the bottom tree, trimming a tree, and I looked at the pile and I'm going. I'd been thinking I need a couple of walking sticks, or at least one. I have to make me one. I didn't bring mine. Ugh, again, why not? One more thing to think about. And I'm looking and I'm going, oh, this is great. I said, hey, do you mind if I talked to him a little bit? The kids did too, And he's telling us about why he's cutting. Kids had some questions, and he was a really nice guy, and telling him, oh, this is the reason I'm doing it. Well, what's going to happen with all this now? And I asked him, I said, hey, can we put some stuff aside? Because I'd like to make me some walking sticks. I thought, man, this is great, because I've been thinking, I'd have to go down to the creek and go and find some, which I would, but it'd be more complicated and difficult to do so. And he says, yeah, take whatever you want. He says, it's not going to go away until tomorrow. I'm going, oh, great. So I said, we'll just take care of it on the way back. Then we keep on going, and I'm realizing I forgot the poop bags for the dog. And I'm going, no. And since we were all just walking, I wasn't going to go and send one of the kids back. So I said, hey, guys, I forgot the poop bags. And sure enough, here she goes. Right then and there, she takes a dump in front of a policeman's house, on top of everything. And my grandson was really quick to point it. Grozy, that's a policeman's house. I'm going, oh man, I wonder if he's going to give us a ticket. So here we're standing in front of the house going, because there was a truck sitting. I said, please don't give us a ticket, or don't, we're gonna come and pick it up. We're gonna pick it up. We're gonna pick it up. We forgot our bags, but we will pick it up. And so we kept on walking, and I told the kids, I said, hey, wait, look around and see if there's a bag floating around anywhere, right? Yes, a little grocery bag or something that we need to pick this up. I knew there was we're building somewhere, and there's always some garbage there. It's kind of sad. Why don't these workers just pick up after themselves rather than just throw things out there? That's what they're doing. Kind of sad. Don't like it. But anyway, so there it is. And we kept on going. We keep looking. The kids do all kind of other stuff, whatever, and we're all barefoot as well, except for me. But the kids are all barefoot. They wanted to go barefoot, and so in this one place, I sent them across the street to keep on going, and I kept on to look for a garbage bag. And I found one that was kind of tore up already, a little dirty, but would be functioning to pick up that poop. And then, okay, that's better than nothing. I was like, guys, guess what I found? Oh, that's great. We keep on going, and just a couple of houses later, also on the other side of the street now, I said, hey guys, what is that over there? And didn't have my glasses, or the other, I can't hardly see what's going on over there, but I see something. I said, why don't you guys go check what that is? And my grandson, I saw it was my grandson, he's fast, and when he wants to, responds really fast. And yeah, grocery, that's a grocery bag. I said, go and check if it's good to, to pick up that poop too. He goes, it's perfect, grocery, it's clean, and it's just empty, and great, bring it over. So we had what we needed on our way back to pick up that poop. Isn't this great? Are you guys getting my drift here on how? Yeah. So we keep on going, and I get back, and everything goes well, and now they're starting to dry off good. And on our way back, we pick up the poop. Works great. I had that one little tore up bag, that was still had good parts on it, that I could wrap around my hand and pick up the poop, because the mounds that dog is pooping, okay, is unbelievable, and you need two bags. One bag doesn't do it. So it was great. I had one to pick it up and put it in the bag, and then I stuffed it all in. Perfect. Done. Yes. Yeah. Then we kept on going to the mound of branches, and I said, kids, start looking. Rosie needs a couple of walking sticks. We found my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, found the perfect one. Great. I mean, perfect. And couldn't find really another one. I didn't want to take the pile apart. And I thought, you know what? One is better than none. So I said, we're good. Then they all said, oh, we're going to get some for camouflage. And so they did, so yeah, when cars would come, they would pretend they were trees. Okay, cool. And of course, they can dry up, and then we'll have them as kindling to start another fire in their little fireplace. So there you go. Came back, made lunch. Uh, it was then in the afternoon we made cupcakes, muffins, something in between muffins and cupcakes. And first it was just my grandson's friend who said, let me know, Grozy, when you're doing this. I want to come and help. Sure, they were watching. They were siesta time. Right? Yes, that was there a lot of time of 2 hours to watch something. And I went up. He came up. Didn't even care. He immediately got off the couch to come and help me. Didn't care about whatever they were watching. Isn't that great? You see, that he would be the one that is, for as far as I know, would be the most time interested in just sitting down and watching TV, this and that. But he immediately says, I want to help. I said, okay, well, I'll let you know. We went up, and I'm not kidding, within 10 minutes, TV was off, and everybody was upstairs helping with the cupcakes, just talking about this and that, just yes, and the day flew just like that. It was then it was time. I said, well, we want to get back in it. Then the big storm came around. I mean, huge storm. It was just huge. The rain, the amount of rain was amazing. Didn't need to water the garden again. and uh, and then it was cleanup time. Then it went into the pool one more time. Um, oh yeah, my grandson ended up having a nosebleed before we went on the walk. Yeah, because he wasn't following one of the rules. That when they jump into the pool, this snap, you gotta wait until the next one is out because they run, and it's fun to watch. Yeah, when they don't get hurt. So anyway, so here just before we go on the walk, and it wasn't a big nosebleed. He just bunked his nose on my older granddaughter's knee, and he gets nosebleeds kind of easily. So I went and got some toilet paper, and I said, okay. Uh, I said, here it is. I said, you know how when people get into a fist fight or whatever in a movie or what, and then they have a little piece of paper or something stuck up their nose to stop the bleeding. It's like, we're not gonna do that with you. You're gonna look like a gangster. And he's like, really? I said, yeah, well, or rather, the good guy, right? Who needed to discipline somebody else. Yeah? But you got a bloody nose, too. Oh, yeah. And immediately that was, and he kept it in the whole time. And eventually says, girl, you going to take this out? I said, yeah, you can take it out after like 2 hours. It's fun. Yeah? So even a boo-boo, yeah, I have to say, is walk it off, buddy, because that was your fault. Right? That was absolutely your fault. I said, no, you don't have a broken nose or anything. So yeah, maybe you will remember next time. But as far as are you gonna get all this? Oh, da, 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 I don't do that anyway. I am concerned, and I show care. Yeah, but I don't overdo it with. Oh my God, you need a treat or something. Absolutely not, especially when it's their fault. Anyway, just saying, right? Yes, all these ways of balancing. Yes, again, they're to balancing the children and what happens, and then their own behavior, and what the consequences are, and then our own behavior towards, right? How do we make them stronger? By what? Doing what? Or knowing the difference, of course, if when a child is really hurt, right? That then, okay, now this looks a little different. Then the little right, boo boos or this or that. Okay, it happens. Anyway, I need to get going here. I'm telling you the whole day yesterday. Well, so be it. Uh, then it was cleanup time. Yeah, cleanup time went just like that. It was amazing. Yes. Yeah. So, and then the rain stopped. Sun comes back out. As I said, they were back in the pool, getting really wet again. And it was just about time. I said, hey, you guys want to go back up out and play in the front yard till Ben's, my grandson's uh, friend's mom comes, and no, we'll get down here. We just want to hang out. And, okay. And suddenly I hear, hey, mom's here. So anyway, scrambled a little bit. Weren't quite ready, but they flew by. They just flew by. I hardly know where it went. And I love it like that. That's how I love it. Everybody just had a wonderful time. Well, anyway, and the we made strawberry chocolate chip muffins, cupcakes, a mix of it, and they loved it for snack. Yes. So today it's gonna be. And oh yeah, then the boy asked that one boy. He said, "Rosie, we should just put that all on a big pan cookie sheet and make one big cookie." I said, "Yeah, we could do that if it was actually cookie batter, but that's not cookie batter." And to just make one big cookie. He says that would be cool to do that. I said, "Yeah, let's do that next time we make cookies." And his mom mentions, "Oh, what do you want me to bring again for?" Because he wanted to bring also all the ingredients to make a cookie, but that was last week. She says, "What do you want me to bring again exactly for the cookies? To make the cookies?" I said, "You just said today." So you see how things work. I feel like that if one pays attention, you realize and how spirit world, right? And the joy that Heavenly Parent God experiences with people like us, on how he can't be a part of all of it, and in the way that he is a part of it is to just oh, have that pile of sticks, branches ready so I can make me a walking stick because I know it'll be much easier for me. And then the poop bags. Oh, well, I'll have a little. I'll have some ready there too. Okay, just saying. Right? Yes. And then the cookies, and then and other things. I love it. That shows me that spirit world and heavenly parent can really be a part of our little group here. Yes. Yeah. And joy, the joy that we are all feeling. Yes. And of course, the ouch, nosebleed. It's not. You know what I mean? Hmm. Anyway, all right, we are in. These are interesting. Oh, we're still in 3. Well, there we go. It's a good thing I started. This show so oddly broke up. But okay, we're in the super. We're in the book of Tobit, super chapter 3, Sarah. 3. We're still in 3. Yesterday we did 2 and 3, part of 3. I did not even realize that. They're all super chapter. Interesting how this book is a little bit different. Sectioned out. How many are there? 14 chapters, just about chapters. Ooh. Then we're in the book of Judith. Ooh. Okay. All right. So let's get going here. Sarah. It chanced on the same day that Sarah, the daughter of Raguel, who lived in Media at Ecbatana, how does one say that again? ECB together. Ecbatana also heard insults from one of her father's maids. Ooh. So sounds like so they had maids. So Sarah, the daughter of Raguel, sounds like they're well off. They have maids. For she had been given in marriage 7 times. And Asmodeus, the worst of demons, had killed her bridegrooms one after another before ever they had slept with her as man with wife. What? How can someone, the worst of demons, Asmodeus, unless of course Asmodeus is not a person, it's a spirit? I have no idea. And demons don't exist, so there had to be something else going on there. Well, that's what I believe. I don't believe in fairy tales. I read fairy tales, and some of the lessons are good out of it. But as far as do they exist in actuality, if one wants to, as we know the word demon on what demons are, use that as an example to explain some of the behavior that some people have out there. Okay, they are. Some people out there, you can hardly call them human beings. They're monsters. They're worse. They're beasts. They're worse than the worst. Okay, you can't compare people like that even to animals. Okay, I don't know how they get to that point to behave in such abominable, okay, whatever, abominable way. I can't. I don't. And sadly, it has included most of the doggone leaders all around the world. It's true. Yeah. Just call them all. Okay, call them what they are. But in actuality, that there are demons, kind of separate from mankind who are creating havoc? No. That's another excuse. Huh? Mm, okay. The servant girl, so she was, after having been given 7 times in marriage, she's still a virgin. The servant girl said, "Yes, you kill your bridegrooms yourself. Oh, that makes 7 already to whom you have been given, and you have not once been in luck yet." All right, how does that make sense on how the servant girl is saying that? Just because your bridegrooms have died, that is no reason for punishing us. Go and join them, and may we be spared the sight of any child of yours. Wow, maid's talking to her like that. The day she grieved, she sobbed, and she went up to her father's room intending to hang herself. But then she thought, suppose they were to blame my father, they would say you had an only daughter whom you loved, and now she has hanged herself for grief. I cannot cause my father a sorrow which would bring down his old age to the dwelling of the dead. I should do better not to hang myself, but to beg the Lord to let me die, and not live to hear any more insults. And at this, by the window, with outstretched arms, she said this prayer. Okay, so one question that I have here is, in the way that she was addressed, on how, oh, you probably killed them yourself, you've been out of luck, 7 times. All right, why would at that time a girl, right, and sounds like from the way, okay, she's, yeah, and the way she's reacting, she's not, oh yeah, you think so? You know what? The way you're talking about me? Huh? I'm your master here. Huh? How dare you, as a servant, talk like this? And what? If she had no problems killing 7 of her husbands for one reason or another, she wouldn't have a problem killing these maids either, and do away with them, at least. But she's not. Eh? And then they're telling us, why don't you just go and join them? Would be better than even having offspring, even. So what was wrong with the guys? Them saying that like that. So you see, what? Why are they? Why is this in here like this? Eh? Not getting this on how servants, maids are allowed to talk like that. Back to at number one, and the inconsistency in the stories, or what they assume happened, or it's flip flopping here. Yes, nobody investigates, and what happened? Well, it was a demon who killed them before. Really? I don't know. Sounds like just a story. This now sounds just like whatever, a story, where then the guidance of God is being sought after. Okay. At least for and on how Sarah, that there may have been some of that going on, where, as I said, we're being given a little bit more than maybe, or if it was like that. But it was, Sarah was literally, oh my gosh, what's going on? With all these guys that I'm supposed to be married to. And says, well, maybe I should just be done with this. And then she remembers what? She thinks of, wait a minute, what about my father? So, father-son, the father-daughter relationship must have been good. Right? There must have been care, and there must have been affection from a father to a child, right? And vice versa, because she cared. She remembered there was something that stopped her, right, from taking her own life, right? Yes, that's a good thing. That's what we should see here. All right. You are blessed, O God of mercy. May your name be blessed forever, and may all things you have made bless you everlastingly. And now I turn my face, and I raise my eyes to you. Let your word deliver me from earth. I can hear myself insulted no longer. She is asking for death. Okay. O Lord, you know that I have remained pure. No man has touched me. I have not dishonored your name or my father's name in this land of exile. Oh, I'm still in exile. I am my father's only daughter. He has no other child as heir. He has no brother at his side, nor has he any kinsman left, for whom I ought to keep myself. I've lost 7 husbands already. Why should I live any longer? If it does not please you to take my life, then look on me with pity. I can no longer bear to hear myself defamed. Hey, what people all do to each other, this again. Why throw? Are some of the demons, or some of the beasts and monsters of people out there born due to the fact? Men born, made, due to the fact of other people who have been worse than these monsters and beasts out there? Oh, interesting. Eek. This time the prayer of each of them found favor before the glory of God. Of each of whom? Tobit and Sarah? Huh. Who are they talking about now? This time the prayer of each of them found favor before the glory of God. Okay. And Raphael was sent to bring remedy to them both. Raphael. Okay, wait a minute. Raphael is one of the archangels, as far as I know. Why is he mentioned in here? Angel. Do you know, yesterday I thought in the morning, when I went, I wonder about the angels. I thought about Genesis and Archangel Lucifer and how God never mentions. They're never mentioned. He's never mentioned really when it comes down to it. We hear about the false gods of the other tribes or other people, their countries with their kings around the Israelites, but as far as the Archangel Lucifer, who's done a boo-boo in the Garden of Eden, a big one, right? You don't really hear it. God does not address that, nor does he persecute Lucifer, right? Or anything. And I thought, that's interesting. Yeah, but are all these angels that we talk about much later on, or know now, or supposedly know now? And here is Raphael is mentioned. If I'm getting this right here, that's interesting. There goes another one. Okay. He was to take the white spots from the eyes of Tobit. Oh, okay, so they are talking about Tobit. Okay. So that he might see God's light with his own eyes, and he was to give Sarah the daughter of Raguel as bride to Tobias, son of Tobit. Oh, and to rid her of Asmodeus, the worst of demons. Yeah. So, who is Asmodeus, the worst of demons? The one that slanders, gossips, creates rumors, false ones. Is that what kind of a demon is that? That's a demon that we created in our midst. If you want to look at that's naming a very, very destructive behavior. Yes? But as far as does that demon actually exist? No. As a entity or something? No. It's a foul air that moves around people. Yes? And you so happily breathe that in. Just saying. For it was to Tobias before all other suitors that she belonged by right. Tobit was coming back from the courtyard into the house at the same moment as Sarah, the daughter of Raguel, was coming down from the upper room. Interesting. Oh, that was it? That was the end of 3. Oh, okay. So I was going to put 2 and 3 together and just say, okay, they're so short. Let's just continue. And Spirit rolled in a way, separated that out again. Nope, one at a time, Daniela. Okay. Well, that was it. Now we have to wait until tomorrow to see what happens next. All right. I'll follow. You're right. got to do that. Consistency is very important. I want to jump ahead and I want to read more, right? Why not just read 2 or 3 a day? Right? And because now I'm not even out of the Old Testament, and I won't be for a long time. And I got to read that next book. I have already the next and the next and the next and the next ready. I'm going to live at least 150 years old until I'm done with all the books that I need to read here and talk about and leave behind for eternity on earth. Yes. Yet, can't rush things. I get it, guys. I got it. And they're saying you'll have plenty of time. I saw a little story of a guy who was raised with Buddhism and to pray to Buddha. Then he got sick. At 17, he had tuberculosis. He was from the Asian continent. He had tuberculosis, and was already coughing blood. This and that. Got a few months to live. They didn't have the money to go to the hospital and treat it, and that was in the that was look like 50, 60 years ago, or even more. And that happened for 50 years ago. Guy looked about 70. I doubt he was 80. Otherwise, he'd look really good. Anyway, didn't have the money to take care of that, and his family did, and he was dying, and he was praying to Buddha and said, "My gosh," and nothing happened, and then he thought, "Oh God, I guess he knew about God, right? But well, if you are out there, I need help. If the Buddha isn't doing anything, maybe you will." Then he had this girl come by before she went home to some place, and would come by his house and talk to him about Jesus, and then left a Bible with him, and that was the last time that she came by. So he started reading in the Bible, found many different, especially the New Testament he was reading. That's what it sounded like, and found how compassionate Christianity was, the New Testament with Jesus. Rather than the Buddha teachings of Buddhism, which are very practical and not practical, are very philosophical. And he says, I need love and care, not the philosophical kind of belief, this and that and stuff. And so he started to pray, learned how to pray in, I guess, Christianity's way, and experienced all kinds of things and was actually healed. He said he realized he suddenly got this peace over him. I know how that feels like. And he was never had a relapse of the tuberculosis. That was that. Very interesting story. And after I just said, that came back to my mind. I said, I want to live 150 years. Oh, you are, with all the problems you already have. Well, I know that if I'm still needed here on earth, it doesn't matter how old I will get, I will still be here doing this. Yes? And if I can't do this anymore, say if the internet goes down or whatever, and that is that, I'm going to start writing it all down again. If I can't do it myself, I will get one of my grandkids or great grandkids to continue to help me do that. Right? Or record it just by voice somewhere. I'm still sure that can still be done. I don't know. Gosh, no. Who knows what's going to happen? But I have a feeling that everything will stay just as is. Because you think when you're doing God's work, you're doing this all by yourself? No, you're not. You're not. Every little bit brings our Heavenly Parent joy. Every little bit. Yes? And then things just work out. Here it says that Raphael was already commissioned by God, by a heavenly parent, to go take care of Tobit's eyes. Tobit doesn't know that. And here are two people, they're ready to just die. They're ready to die, they're done with life, right? Because of what? The people around them. Yes? Just got them into a funk. Yes. And they're praying. They're both praying. And I like Sarah's prayer in many ways. She's just asking, look, if I'm for no more good than for this, then why am I still here? Just take me. I can't take myself. Just strick me with something and take me. And Tobit is, God Almighty, what good am I anymore? And then I can't take this. And kind of same thing going on. People insulting a good person. People insulting good people. Right? Yes? I haven't heard much of Sarah, but it sounds like she's a kind-hearted girl. That's why the maids feel so free to say whatever. Right? Yes? Anyway. So it looks like Tobias is going to get a really sweet wife, right? Yes? I don't know if he already has some wives. I don't know. I can't remember. It doesn't seem like it because Tobias was always referred to as a child. So he is probably in his teens as well. Right? Yeah. Oh, hopefully we'll hear a little more about that. And see where that is going. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Ooh. Yeah. I don't mind when people have a different opinion or view than I have maybe had different experiences with certain things. I get that, yeah, and I can accept that. But when I have the better argument, for example, if I have the better argument and say, well, answer me this question then. Yeah? If you believe a certain way, then answer me this question because this certain parts do not fit with certain beliefs if one truly wants to believe and not just. And oftentimes I found that when my argument, for example, or my studying is stronger than theirs and I have a better foundation than theirs, they start to slander me, start rumors, gossip, right in front of me too. And because they can't answer, they're not studied enough. Instead of saying, hey, I gotta go and look this up first, gotta study about it, I'll get back to you, they start to, oh, you're of the demon, you're of this, you're evil, you're wicked, you're against somebody else. And where did I ever say that? Right? And that's their comeback often. People like that. When people get scared, fear you, they have to come up with things to put you down. Yes, degrade you. This and that. It's very sad to me, and I feel for people like that because that is such a classic sign of inadequacy, right? Being inadequate in one's own life, and that's really sad. And people like that need to be prayed for. So if you come across people want to put you down or kind of are attacking you for your goodness, because of your goodness, right, then that's what you do. You got to pity people like that. You got to look at them and go, whoa, you got a problem. You have a bad problem. And they are definitely a part. They make up the demon. I'm a what? Let's Go see that one more time. That's a good one, actually. In a way, to give that behavior a name is not a bad idea. I'd say, okay, where am I going with that? Asmodeus. Asmodeus, right? We don't want to be a part of that foul air and behavior of Asmodeus. And air and behavior, foul air and behavior, we as human beings created. Okay? Or, I don't know if you can call it created, it's just, that's what happens, just like with foul language. Negativity, that then envelops people and makes them a part of all this. Blech. Just saying. Yeah. Gotta pity people like that. And got to teach them. You have to teach them. Whereas here, they've just made up this demon Asmodeus, as if there is an entity like that makes you do things or does things that then other people, takes over people. This doesn't exist. Okay? We can't see that demon Asmodeus, right? Yes? But in the way I just described, you can't smell that foul air, right? Yes? You can't. The behavior, it's okay. How do you categorize that when it comes down to it? The thing is, once these people go to spirit world, it becomes a reality. A nasty reality. And in spirit world, because the spirit has to go somewhere, they are so by degrading others, good people, in a way like that, they're doing that to their own spirit. Do you know what I mean? And then once they go to spirit world, there has to be a place for these spirits to go. Yes? Well, what else is there? They have to go someplace. They can't go to a pure place if they have done this all their life. People have done this all their life. It even sometimes just takes one time. If you become a part in a person's life where they will go, they're so done. How many young people have killed themselves because in schools they're being bullied so badly? What do you think? These children who have done that, who were a part of that, and adults didn't stop it. Yes, the children will get a pass. But what about the adults who didn't stop that, who let that go on? For what reason? To get another child into a position where they are doing what? What do you think is going to happen to these people when they pass? Huh? Unless they repented for it here, made amends. I don't know. Yeah, people should think about stuff like that. What we can't see here, right? Gossip, yeah, it comes out of our mouth, but then it goes. Rumors, slander. I find the worst. Slander is about someone else. It's horrific. It's a horrific sin. Collective sin. Horrific. And then be able to drive someone into suicide, for example. Ooh. Just saying. Yes? Yeah? Or destroy someone's reputation and integrity, even though they haven't done a thing. Really. It comes down to it. Yes? Anyway. Yes, sadly, our behavior, the foul negativity that we invent, is also creating a space in spirit world where then they go afterwards. It's not a pretty place. And yes, don't matter if you believe it or not, you are going there. You will be going there. They will be going there. So we have to teach. We have to have pity. I'm saying, explaining why I'm saying we got to pray for people like that. We also got to let them know. So please don't say that. How do you know that about another person? I happen to know this person. I think they're very good people. I do this all the time, believe it or not. Yeah, so a couple of groups I'm involved in when, okay, this isn't a discussion anymore. Now you don't know what to say. You don't know. You have no comeback. You have not studied enough. Now you're just saying something to this other person to degrade them. And I go in and say, no, I don't think that's true. No, he's not like that. No, she's not like that. How would you know that? Do you know that person personally? Just because they're saying something that you disagree with, and then you don't have a comment. You don't know why you're disagreeing with it. You can't. You have no comeback. You can't continue the discussion. And then the slander starts, the gossiping, the rumoring, right? Yes? Yeah? You see how that works? With good people, against good people. That's not all right. It's much better to say, well, I got to go and study up on that. I don't really know what to say about that right now, so I'll get back to you. Right? Yes? There you go. And if one sees that, you got to react. Okay, I reflect. If I see them, go, whoa. Again, rather than just going and say, what the hell? Are you talking to him like this or her like that? That's just what? That's all you got now? This is it. Just say discussion ended. I'm at an impasse. I can't talk to you anymore. I'm out of ideas on how to continue this. That's like you have to let the other person win. Okay, you got this one. You out-trumped me. Right? Rather than. So we have to have pity on these people. We really do. We have to pray for them. They go to a really, really nasty place. Yes? In spirit world, where they'll be confronted with a lot of the demon Asmodeus from within theirself. Yes? Yeah. So that's why we teach the lost sheep. we try, right? Yes? Yeah. And definitely don't let them bring you down. It's just what it is. As if you know why, as I said, just explained on why they do that. And then there's no need to feel that one then feels attacked or dispirited or, right? Yes? Yeah? And again, yeah, if otherwise we bring God joy, then we also know we're not alone. Yeah? I think Tobit and Sarah, they are praying. They are praying, hey, okay, we're done with our lives here. What am I going to do? And here is, God's already preparing a good thing for both sides, for both families. The union between a son and a daughter. Isn't that beautiful? Yes. Yeah. Got to see that. That's beautiful. That's much more worth mentioning than all the other stuff. That's all I have to say this morning. I could go on and on and on and on. It's almost an hour. I had a good time talking. It's just what it is. What a life. Yes. I always thought I was going to be at least 100 years old. I really did. I don't know. Even as a kid, I'll be 100 years old. Then 120 has been in my mind lately. I mean, for some time now. And then just recently, I think it's going to have to be 150. Am I going to live 150? Yeah, what are you thinking? Yeah, right. She's nuts. It's never going to happen. How do you know? Are you going to live long enough to see me turn 150? Just saying. Anyway, boy, oh boy, that'll be interesting. I don't know if my body would hold out for 150 years, but if it serves Heavenly Parent and Spirit World, I have no doubt. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you. Yes, and embrace you with love. And I will talk to you all tomorrow.